Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast, where we tackle your toughest leadership challenges and share practical tools to help you lead with impact. Well, welcome to this final episode of the season of the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, David Wheatley, and we'll be taking a break over the summer, be returning in September. But what we want to do is to leave you with some summer options and do our regular semi-annual summer reading options. And I'm going to start with an oldie but a goldie that I've been referring to people for a long time, but it seems to have come back on the schedule recently. The book is Turn the Ship Around by David Marquet. And it was out the other day. I just thought it was a good one to remind people if you haven't read it yet. The second one is one that we've been plugging for most of this year. If you've not read this one yet, then you're probably a little bit behind the ball. It's called The AI-Driven Leader by Jeff Woods, and it's well worth taking a look at if you've got any interest in what's happening and how to use AI as a tool. So the third one, and I did an interview with the author earlier this season, is The Only Woman in the Room by Lisa Davis. And again, if you haven't read that one yet, it's a great book, not just for only women in the room, but for the men and how to be good allies to the only women in the room. I like the byline, how to win in a workplace that's still built for men. So, and if you just want the Cliff Notes version, tune into an earlier podcast where I interviewed Lisa about what she said there. If you're thinking about the World Cup and you're a sports type of fan, my soccer team, Leeds, many of you know, is owned by the 49ers organization. And somebody recommended that if I was owned by the 49ers, I should read about a guy called Bill Walsh. And there's a book called The Score Takes Care of Itself that, I'm not a American football fan, but it was certainly an interesting read about the structure and what goes behind a successful coach. But for those that enjoy proper football, I've contrasted it with And It Was Beautiful by Phil Hay, which is the story of Marcelo Bielsa at Leeds. And if you contrast Bill Walsh and Marcelo Bielsa as coaches, I think there's some fascinating patterns to learn from in that world as his books fall off the table. The second to last one, just in case you've not come across our book, What Great Teams Do Great yet, highly recommend it. It's well worth all the 98 pages. And it's got a lot about the tools that we use and that you might see at our free work sessions or in your engagement with Humanergy. And the last one, which I just started, but it's obviously going to be a great read, is What to Make of a Life by Jim Collins. It's his latest book. If you come across Jim Collins, From Good to Great, Great by Choice, all of those kind of books, then you'll know his style of writing is very much research-based, and I'm learning a lot about people that he pairs up, and he looks at the way that they led their life and how they took opportunities, and people that I didn't know. So it's been a fascinating read. I'm going to enjoy reading that during the summer, sat at campsites. So if you've got something that you're excited about, that you are reading and it'd be wise to share, feel free to drop it in the comments or post it to me, and we'll take a look and maybe we'll plug that next time. Thank you very much. Enjoy the summer. We'll talk to you soon. That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe and visit humanergy.com for many more resources.